Yes, hello there. This is, of course, the great and glorious, soon to be famous one day Nick Dutch, back on the camera again one more time. This is probably going to be my final video on the subject of colour, which it's generated a bit of, controversy in the comments section, but to the best of my knowledge, no one has actually been killed because of one colour being regarded as being more important than another, or indeed people disagreeing too much upon the interpretations. Which means that maybe the mentality of the people who are actually watching my videos are of a very good quality and superior to anything that I came across on a face-to-face basis many, many years ago when I was a young man entering into certain movements. So I'm very pleased with what I've been seeing so far. The final colour I want to discuss today is another rainbow colour, but I think this one probably is the final one. I mean, I could talk about blends of colours, what happens if you take red and you mix it with white? You get another colour which has a completely different energy or meaning associated with it than the two constituent colours. So pink or rose, like rose quartz, has a different feeling or a different mood to it than, let's say, pure blood red or pure brilliant white. Okay? But that's more a question of mixing colours and what kind of interpretation you can get based upon that. But let's think about the last pure rainbow colour, which would of course be purple or mauve or indigo. It has its relevance, okay? If you think about the 7 chakras of the human body being symbolic of the 7 planets, from Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Moon and the Sun, purple would go with the lunar or third eye chakra, so it already has some kind of lunar connection. And in some forms of symbolical structures that I read when I was a little younger, purple was much more directly associated with lunar energy. Purple often mixed with silver or flecked with silver or with silver in the background. Images of the Archangel Gabriel, which was also associated with the moon, would often be drawn with not only the colour blue, but also with purple as being part of the nighttime lunar message. Some of the old grimoires actually regarded the Archangel Gabriel as being the equivalent of the goddess of the moon in a more Judeo-Christian form of witchcraft. So this is a very well used colour and symbol, okay? Within our society, purple has developed different meanings. It can mean a form of sophistication. I mean, a man wearing a purple shirt can mean a number of different things. It can mean sophistication. It can mean a musician. Musicians often tend to dress in more garish or bright or powerful colours, and dress in colours which are appropriate to the event or to the music in question. So, entertainment perhaps. But also, there are certain other social subcultures which are, heavily associated with the colour purple too. So that's another message or another meaning. But to the most part, I think the lunar message, or the message of perception, the water element constituents of the colour purple, will probably be the strongest one which is used by the vast majority of people. I mean, think about it. When you were doing meditation, what kind of impressions did you get when you were meditating on the colour purple? When I'm meditating with herbs, not actually physically having the herb, but using the memory of the energy, so to speak, namely the effect it has upon the body and upon the mind in the form of the essential oil, or indeed the physical plant itself, I would often apply a colour to it. So purple would go with lavender. There was this time when I had a particular variety of digestive complaint. I tend to get a lot of those, I'm sure you know from my internet history here on YouTube, because I've mentioned it, okay? And I use meditation to try and help or augment it, to try and soften the effects. And I thought that lavender would help, because it would calm down the muscles of the stomach and all the rest of that. So I used my fingers to direct, through meditation, healing energy to the part of the body, or what appeared to be healing energy to the part of the body that was in pain and hurting at the time. But I did so using the idea of lavender, and I visualized the colour purple going out of my fingers into the parts of the body that felt the pain. And it did seriously create relaxation within the parts of the body that was hurting, okay? And it helped to relax and assist. So colour and other things which can be descriptive in energy. I mean, maybe the colour purple by itself would not be good enough. Some people say, well, what color should I be visualizing for this? Well, you tell me, you tell me what energy, what thoughts, feelings, moods, personality, character, and effects you're trying to generate, and then think about, from your own personal investigation, which colors actually created that particular energy or vibe or feeling or results, and then use that.